Okay, so this is part 2 of the 2004 Mitsubishi Galant, changing the timing belt. So what I did here is I took the tension off the belt. I realigned the camshaft up here. Everything's at top dead center right now. I use these zip ties in place. Once I started at the top, I got the belt on the top on this camshaft, and I actually put these zip ties in here to hold it in place so it wouldn't move at all. Down here, let's see if I can get this flashlight up here so you can see what's going on. This is basically what the under part of the timing belt compartment looks like. I had to take this tensioner off. I had to take that tensioner off right there in order to get the main timing belt loose. I had to take the hydraulic tensioner off first, and I smashed that down, put the pin back in it, so everything's kind of back in place. Before you take these tensioners off, you want to kind of see how the where the holes are. The two holes are at the bottom. It looks like an upside down smiley face. You want to put it on the same way you take it off. Same with that one. You might want to mark it if you need to take that. That's the, I think, balancing timing belt right there. It's smaller. That one was all lined up, so I didn't have to take anything off with that. So before you take that tensioner off, though, maybe mark it, see how it's lined up. See how it looks before you take it off, so you know how to put it back on to get the right tension on that belt. Basically, everything's lined up right now. There's a timing mark right there. I believe that's the oil pump. I'm not too sure though. Like I said, I'm a novice at all this, so that one's lined up. You got a timing mark on that one. This is your crankshaft. It's already at top dead center. I put a couple marks on there just to know that I didn't move it at all, putting the timing belt back on. There's a timing mark up there that needs to get lined up. That's lined up. That's on the balancing belt. What else we got here? So everything looks good down here. If you are putting on a new belt, you are going to have to take this, I believe it's a crankshaft sensor right here. You're going to have to take those two bolts off and take that little piece off before you put a new timing belt on. And there's the water pump right here, and that's already been replaced. I replaced that last time we were messing with the timing belt, so that's a new water pump. You can replace that if you want. Otherwise, if it goes bad, you're going to have to redo all this over again, and the timing belt's going to have to come off. Everything's going to have to come off in order to get that pump out of there. So it's a good idea to replace that. Save you some rework on all this. Not have to do what I'm having to do right now. Other than that, so next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these zip ties off of this camshaft here, and I'm actually going to rotate the crankshaft from the bottom. I'm going to rotate that clockwise a couple turns, bring it back to top dead center, and the reason why I'm doing that is to make sure that the tension's good on it. It doesn't skip a tooth while doing it. To make sure everything's lined up. So I'm going to turn that crankshaft 2 or 3 revolutions, bring it back to top dead center, and I'm going to check the markings on everything. I'm going to check the markings, especially important on the camshaft, to make sure that's all lined up. So I'll do a part 3, and that should be the last video.